Tesla has recorded 4 straight quarters of profitability, and they were still snubbed by the S&P 500. Today in this video, we're going to be going over if I bought more Tesla today, why Tesla probably dropped 21% today, and the third thing is what we can expect from Tesla in the coming weeks. Every single quarter, the S&P 500 does a rebalance, or sometimes they remove some companies, add some companies. This time, there were 3 companies added to the index fund. Those companies include Etsy, Teradyne, and Catalent. Inclusion is based both on quantitative as well as qualitative factors. There's a few things in terms of like market cap and other things that a company must hit in order to be included into the index fund. For an example, the companies must be US based. They have to be either listed on the New York Stock Exchange, the NASDAQ, or the CBOE. They also must have a market cap of $8.2 billion and report 4 straight quarters of profitability as determined by US generally accepted accounting principles, which is better known as a GAAP. So obviously when a company is added to the S&P 500, this can move their stock dramatically. And because of that, companies are actually not warned ahead of time if they have been added to the S&P 500. So there is no advance warnings, and you might find out as soon as Elon Musk does when Tesla gets added to the S&P 500. So we're actually seeing some action here from Tesla in the after hours trading. We can see that the stock is down to $313 just during the after hours. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and add to my position here and buy 1 share. So I can't actually purchase at the moment, but I'm going to go ahead and put a buy order in at $314.15. I actually did buy Tesla during market hours today. And you could see here that my shares are up to 3, so I bought my 3rd one today. And you can also see that I'm already down 18%, and I'm not worried about that. These are all positions that I plan on holding long term. And so honestly, this is a good thing for you to consider. I think it's important if you're going to be doing a little bit of trading and you're using, let's say, the Robinhood app, to just use that for solely trading. But I think it's good to use another account. So for example, I might consider using my Charles Schwab or my Webull. I think it's good to pick a brokerage that you don't really like the interface and it's kind of hard to get into, and go ahead and just put your stocks there that you don't plan on trading that you end up holding long term. So that's actually what I may consider doing, is just start buying Tesla on my Charles Schwab account, one that I don't really enjoy using very often, just so that they're kind of tucked away out of sight and out of mind. You can see here the average cost for my Tesla stock is at $385. Not terrible, but once I start adding to my position, and if Tesla continues to drop, then I'll have a better average going in there. So let's go ahead and look at the charts and see what Tesla is up to over there. Let's go ahead and zoom all the way out and check out the 1-month chart. So you can just see just how overextended the 1-month chart here is. This would be something that I would look at and never really typically want to buy into, but I'm also just trying to add on the dips. And that's why I plan on, building a very much larger position in Tesla, but I'm kind of just taking it slow in the beginning. That's why I only have 3 stocks now. And, I think that the stock will continue to drop. So I will, scale in heavier as the price of Tesla actually drops. Hopefully it drops. So the 1-week chart here is also, definitely quite overextended. We're seeing the pullback here where it pulled back about 21% during market hours and 5% during extended hours. And you can look here at the daily chart. Daily chart's not looking all that fantastic. I think that we could potentially be making a higher low, and so in order to kind of maintain the higher low, we're going to be looking at somewhere at about $275. I think if Tesla goes anywhere below that it's kind of broken its uptrend and that we could be seeing an even larger pullback. Let's go and look at the 12-hour chart. 12-hour chart also definitely a downside here. I can see that definitely bearish posture. And on the 4-hour, I think there's a little bit more downside to go here as well. So like I said, I know that there's definitely probably going to be more downside with Tesla, but I'm more focusing on just slowly adding to my position. And as Tesla pulls back more, then I'll be a little bit more aggressive when it comes to adding to my position. So Tesla's drop today could absolutely be for a variety of reasons. We can't forget just how much Tesla has run up once a stock split was announced. We all know that a stock split adds absolutely no value to a company. So it was more of just retail investors piling in. And now I think we've seen retail investors pile in, and now we are seeing the smart money, which has pretty much sold at the top. We also know that Tesla had announced their $5 billion ATM, and so they have actually already completed that transaction. It was a little bit inferred in the beginning that that was going to be over a longer period of time, the $5 billion that Tesla was going to sell of their own stock, but we now know that that transaction is complete, and so that could have, started the downside to the market, but definitely hasn't been the contributing factor to all of the downside we have seen. So yes, I think it's just super important to think about the times that you're buying and the times that you're selling. And so if you're selling, who's buying? And when you're buying, who is selling to you? So what is to come for Tesla in the coming weeks? We know that September 22nd is Battery Day. We don't anticipate to see anything like a Cybertruck announcement. We know that Elon Musk announced that there weren't going to be any major new product announcements for a while. I feel like Tesla's basically in this phase where they're really focusing on building out their new factories in Berlin as well as Austin, Texas, and delivering on those Cybertrucks. And so I think that's one of the reasons why they're not, Elon has said that they're not going to be announcing a new product for a while. So what exactly is Battery Day? You could think of Battery Day as like a new iPhone announcement in a sense, right? Where they get up on stage, they make all these exciting new announcements. Many people are anticipating that there will be the announcement of the 1,000,000-mile battery. It's exactly what it sounds like, basically a battery that is capable of traveling 1,000,000 miles in its lifetime. We currently know that Teslas will go about 185,000 miles, and in that period of time, they will see a no greater than 10% decrease in the life of the battery. So unlike what most people think, which is that batteries have to be replaced frequently and that the situation with recycling them is, cumbersome in a sense, that isn't necessarily the case. We also know that Tesla could be announcing cobalt-free batteries. So according to Forbes, related to the 1,000,000-mile battery was the news in June that Tesla battery supplier CATL was already announced and that it can manufacture batteries with a 1.2 million-mile lifespan that can last up to 16 years. So this involves a shift away from lithium ion towards lithium iron phosphate battery technology. It's not obvious from the name, but the key thing about LFP is that it doesn't use cobalt, a rare earth mineral that is one of the major reasons why electric vehicle batteries are so expensive. LFP batteries have a reduced density compared to lithium ion, but are cheaper to produce and have greater durability, so an announcement of their usage would be another step towards mainstream affordability for electric vehicles. However, the CATL technology is likely to be focused on the Chinese market initially, where the competition from local electric vehicle suppliers make Tesla's pricing much more important than it currently is in Europe or the US. So I want to know, did you buy more Tesla today on the pullback? I'm keeping a close eye. I'm just sticking to the idea of adding every time Tesla drops. And I think that it absolutely felt like Bitcoin, like euphoric times when we saw Tesla running. I felt the euphoria, even though I actually wasn't invested in Tesla at all at the time. So I want to know, where do you guys have your buy order set? So that's all I have for you today. As always, go out there, create a portfolio that you love. And I just want to say thank you to the people that have been using the Webull app. I earned 5 free stocks in this past week, and I was super excited about that because I don't make any money from YouTube at the moment on this channel, and it was exciting to get compensated. So thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.